Serissa is one of those bonsai that has a bit of a reputation for being difficult to grow at the best of times. The tree of 1,000 stars has great flowers, but also 1,000 excuses to just drop its leaves. And if you've grown one, you probably know that that reputation is half true. In this video, I'd like to just walk you through what I do to get consistent blooms out of it. Serissa can flower on and off almost all year round in the right conditions, not just once off like a lot of people expect. Most of the time when Serissa isn't flowering well, it's not one big mistake, but a small, consistent stress somewhere. These are sensitive trees, and they'll drop leaves if they're too dry, too wet, moved suddenly, or even just because the temperature swung too much overnight. The good news is, once you get the routine right, they're actually pretty rewarding, and they'll reward stability with near constant flowering. So let's go through what that routine looks like. Serissa like bright light, but not necessarily harsh all-day direct sun, especially up here in the tropics where I live. Mine gets a little bit of morning sun, but it has filtered afternoon light. The key thing with Serissa is consistency of position. Once you find a spot that's working, try not to move it around. These trees don't love change, and constantly repositioning them for better light often does more harm. Unlike bougainvillea, Serissa do not want to dry out and get stressed for flowering. This is almost the opposite approach. They want consistently moist soil, never bone dry, but also never waterlogged. I check mine daily in the warmer months, sometimes watering every day if it's hot and dry, and less often when it's cool or in the wet season. The mistake most people make is letting it swing between soaked and bone dry. That inconsistency is what triggers leaf drop and stalls flowering. Like most flowering bonsai, feeding matters a lot here, and I use a balanced fertilizer through the main growing season, then shift to something with a bit more phosphorus and potassium once I want to encourage flowering specifically. I like to use these little fertilizer baskets, as it's a neat and tidy way of applying fertilizer and removing the old fertilizer and applying fresh when it's needed. Serissa flower on new growth, so regular light trimming actually encourages more flowers, not less. It pushes out fresh shoots, and each new shoot is a potential flowering point. I do light trims all year round rather than one big prune. After the flowering finishes in a section, that's usually a good time to trim it back to get it ready for the next set of flowers. One thing I want to mention is if your Serissa drops leaves after you bring it home or after repotting, don't panic and don't assume that you've just killed it. This is normal Serissa behavior. Keep the care routine consistent, and they usually bounce back and flower once they've settled. So to sum it all up, Serissa love constant bright light, which is not too harsh. Don't let the soil swing between wet and dry. Feed it lightly and regularly with something phosphorus and potassium rich. Keep up the frequent light trims. And if you do this consistently, your Serissa will reward you with flowers pretty much all year round. If your Serissa has been struggling, try locking in that consistency for a month and see what changes. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you would like to download an ebook with these tips and much more, the link to it will be in the description below. But for now, thank you for tuning into this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. But for now, happy bonsaiing.